At 5:43 in the morning, Elias learned that Vale House had two kinds of silence. The first held rain, cooling pipes, and the distant breath of the house. The second arrived on wheels.
Who placed a mountain in the doorway?
That is your luggage. You placed it there.
Then who moved the doorway?
Elias opened his eyes. The signed paper remained beneath the second pillow. The wedding fork remained on the table. The door was locked from inside. No one had entered. He checked those facts in that order. The promise protected him only tonight. Morning had arrived. Tonight had finished. He pocketed the paper, took the fork, and unlocked the door. Luggage crowded the hall. At its center stood Celeste Vale, yellow raincoat open, dark curls escaping a green cap, bracelets clicking with every gesture. Serafina faced her in a charcoal robe, studying the luggage like an insurance claim.
I brought only essentials.
One suitcase appears to contain shoes.
Shoes are essential. Feet are foundational.
You brought 6 feet.
I missed you too.
Then Celeste saw Elias on the staircase and became completely still.
Oh, he is smaller than the videos. There are videos.
Celeste's phone held his image. She turned it away and climbed 3 steps. Serafina stopped her. Do not rush him. Questions came too quickly. Elias hid the fork. Celeste saw him withdraw and stopped. She sat on the 3rd stair.
One question. Would you prefer that I stay here or go back down? There. This stair. Yes. Excellent. I have always wanted jurisdiction over a stair.
She stayed. That was unexpected.
Where am I going after breakfast?
Serafina stopped. Elias touched the expired promise.
The paper said tonight. Tonight finished.
Inez produced stationery before Serafina finished asking. No one will remove Elias Rowe from Vale House today without first telling him where he is going and why. Emergency evacuation is permitted. She signed and gave him the page. Celeste asked where to leave the enormous penguin.
Downstairs. Downstairs is legally distinct from yours. Understood.
She placed it on the lowest stair and kept the border. The wardrobe held clothes in 4 sizes. Inez had left a card, choose what fits, leave what does not. Nothing must be earned. Elias read the last sentence 3 times. He chose dark trousers and a green sweater that almost fit. The fork went into one pocket. The promises stayed close. At breakfast, Celeste noticed the green but did not call him cute.
A strong quality in clothing.
Elias waited for Serafina's first spoonful. Then he ate. Celeste noticed and said nothing. Elias, I am Mireya. I am a doctor, but I am not going to examine you through a telephone. Mireya promised no examination today unless something was urgent or Elias asked for help. Tomorrow, she would explain first. Then, they would decide together.
All right.
That was not consent for tomorrow. Only confirmation that you heard me. We will ask again. Later, Elias almost smiled. Celeste saw and kept it to herself. After breakfast, Grace arrived with legal folders and reporters gathered outside. Elias read about bridges while Celeste prepared for a production call. In the powder room, Celeste plugged in a curling iron while arguing about a public statement. Do not turn him into content.
He already has a public story. It says his family sold him and you purchased him in a wedding dress.
The curling iron slipped. Celeste caught the heated barrel. Her cry was short. The iron struck the counter. For one instant, no one moved. Then Elias was running.
Water, hand under.
His voice was flatter and harder. Serafina unplugged the iron safely. Elias saw 3 rings on Celeste's hand.
Take them off before it swells.
Cool water ran over 2 reddening fingers. 1 ring caught at the knuckle. Serafina used soap and slid it free.
20 minutes. Cool running water. Not ice. 20 seems vindictive. Your hand will be late for the call.
Behind the second mirror panel, the cabinet had printed shelves. The burn shelf held sterile, non-adherent dressings. A card read, "Cool. Call. Cover." Elias placed 1 sealed dressing beside the sink.
Should we use cream? No.
The answer came too quickly.
Water first, then doctor. Vale should decide.
Celeste held her hand beneath the tap. Elias watched the digital clock.
How long? 2 minutes, 40 seconds. I preferred not knowing. You asked.
At 4 minutes, she tried to pull away.
Not yet.
She obeyed. The sisters blamed each other, but neither left. Their voices sharpened without becoming dangerous. This was noise with structure. Inez returned with a hospital doctor on a tablet.
How long has it been cooling?
6 minutes, 12 seconds.
Good work, Elias. Continue to 20. No ice or cream. Then cover it loosely. If pain or blistering increases, she needs an examination.
The call ended. Elias kept staring at the dressing packet.
How did you know about the water? The rings? The 20 minutes?
Elias looked at the clock instead of her.
8 minutes. You do not have to tell me. I only asked because you moved very fast.
Television was the safe answer, not the true one.
The same kind of dressing was used on me. Mrs. Prout lived next door. She said cream traps heat if you use it too early. Did she take you to a doctor? 9 minutes.
Celeste did not repeat the question.
No, it stopped being bad enough. It was not this hand, and it healed.
Serafina's expression emptied. She stepped forward. Elias stepped back. Serafina stopped immediately. No one is asking more questions right now. The sisters argued harmlessly until Celeste asked whether time moved more slowly under child supervision.
The rate appears normal.
At 20, Elias turned off the tap and opened the dressing without touching its center. His fingers remembered. His stomach turned cold. Mireya arrived in navy scrubs, carrying rain, antiseptic, and exhaustion. She examined Celeste only after asking permission. Superficial contact burn. No hot tools, no soaking, and no dramatic social media photograph of the bandage.
You think so little of me.
I know exactly enough. Then Mireya lowered herself several feet away, simply making herself shorter. I will not touch you without warning. I will not ask about your burn today. Are you hurt anywhere now badly enough to need help?
No.
If that changes, tell any of us. You need not decide whether it is bad enough before asking. We can share that decision.
Is that a rule?
It can be.
Written?
Tomorrow at 10, after sleep and breakfast. We will write one rule, not conduct an examination. The distinction settled into place. The house moved again. Serafina returned to the crisis, Mireya to soup, Celeste to loud obedience. Elias returned to his bridge book. At home, voices blocked doors. Here, they crossed hallways and returned. No footsteps hunted for someone smaller. The argument moved around him without closing. For the moment, he could sit in its middle and raid. Celeste approached with the penguin.
Outside your room, downstairs, or back in my suitcase? Downstairs.
She placed it across the room, keeping the border. Then she thanked him for helping her.
It was the correct sequence. Inez would have known. You moved first, but you owe me no story for helping my hand, for the ridiculous penguin, or because we share a house today. What do I owe? Basic household cooperation. Do not set fires. Tell someone if Atlas eats a shoe. Who is Atlas? A dog with strong political opinions. He eats shoes that reveal weakness.
Elias looked at his own oversized shoes.
Those are safe. They already surrendered.
His mouth moved. Celeste smiled without announcing it. By evening, the burn was household law. Mireya's card made adults responsible for treatment. Inez added another. Adults are also responsible for not grabbing hot metal. After dinner, Serafina gave Elias a third signed promise. No one would remove him before Friday's guardianship meeting without explaining where and why. Tonight, today, Friday, time was becoming larger in careful pieces. Elias arranged the promises beside the wedding fork. The empty chair faced his bed. At 9:17, he unlocked his door and went downstairs without the fork. The penguin remained where Celeste had left it. Beneath its tag, only washing instructions. He carried it upstairs.
Only until morning.
He placed it in the empty chair, not on the bed, locked the door, and returned beneath the blanket. The chair was no longer empty. For tonight, Elias decided that did not count as accepting a gift. It only meant the penguin should not have to stay downstairs alone.